I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss y'all off, and I don't give a fuck. The reason why a lot of people don't like taking care of black folks in restaurants, or a lot of times my people feel like we don't be getting the best service, is because majority of the time y'all are unbearable to work with. And a lot of times you bitches lie. More so the women than the men. But y'all bitches be lying. And I'm the type of person that when I see my people, my cousins come in, I try to take care of y'all better because I know how it is to go out. When I go out, I get 3 strikes against me every single time. I'm young, I'm black, and I'm a woman. Automatic off the top, they like, oh, she finna be difficult. And I don't be difficult. 1, because I work in the restaurant industry, so I understand things. And 2, because I know the stereotype. But unfortunately, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. And I hate to say that, but when you work in the service, customer service, you get to interact with a lot of different types of people. So you can kind of cluster people in groups, unfortunately. I know, I'm sorry. It sucks. I get it, but I'm sorry. It's kind of true. So when I say my people come in and I try to take care of us, and y'all be giving us the most like the bitches that came in today, all 5 of you little hoes. I was literally trying to be better to y'all than I was to everybody else because of that. And you proved to me why I shouldn't do that. All I said was, you can't share bottomless drinks. That's not how it works, babe. We've been doing this bottomless free refill thing for many, many, many years. You cannot share one amongst people. Period. So when Shorty asked me for another refill after I had already given her one, because I'll give you the second one without even asking you the third one. Sometimes people be like, chill, it's too much. So I always ask. But when I give you a refill and then you share it amongst your friends at the table, and I tell you, I can't give you another one because management will see that, and then they'll come and add it on the check. Like, we're going to have to chill with this one. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. And then you want to get up and ask for management.
All right, I got to stop right there. We know it's about to get crazy. I'll get back to it in a second. But first, this woman actually said that she got 3 strikes against her. Young, black, and a woman. That's absolute BS. We know that the most protected group in America are young black women. So I'm not buying that at all. On top of that, she's showing favoritism on the job because the customers are black. That's not the way it works. Your job is to provide high quality service to any customer. Everybody that come through the door. You can't be prejudging and determine that, oh, I'm going to provide better service because these people are black versus these people are not black. That's not the way it works. And let's be honest, they definitely tried you. I ain't never heard of nobody trying to share a bottomless drink amongst a group of people. That's some broke behavior, y'all. So let's find out what happens once they start complaining to management.
Like, you were asking for management to put the extra ones that y'all all was sharing on the check. So you could have possibly put 2 or 3 or 4 more on your tab by asking for management. But you decided to lie and say I gave you an attitude and you didn't like me at first. I have never had a problem with my people, with a group of women at the spot that I'm in 4 years. Never had a problem. But now you want to try to pull this shit because y'all are young and you think you're doing something because, look. All I'm saying is, y'all, I don't know what the fuck it is, but a lot of y'all younger women, y'all come in and y'all act a fool and you try to blame it on the people that are trained to work there. Trained. Have been working there for years. Not brand new at this, been working there for years. And you want to come in and act like what our schedule program is wrong because it's how you feel. Can I order right now? Is everybody ready to order? I'm not ready. I'll come back when everybody's ready to order. So I gotta wait? Yes! What the do you not understand about a sit-down restaurant? That's how it works. It's not you order here and then I give you a ticket and somebody run. That's not how a sit-down restaurant works. Okay? And after 20 years of doing this, I only have problems with my own people, unfortunately, and it's always a woman. Or occasionally I'll have problems with a European person because they don't understand, or they understand how we do things and they want to put their foot down and make sure the employer should pay, blah, 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 all that bullshit. Other than that, it's the people that don't understand how shit works. Look, I feel like us as people, we need to take etiquette classes because we got to do better than this. Because today, I've replayed this shit so many times and I didn't get in trouble. I'm just letting y'all know that. But I replayed this shit so many times in my head. I'm like, what could I have done different? Nothing. Because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was y'all. It was y'all. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We got to do better. We got to do better. That's it.
Yo, this is absolutely insane, but what do you expect? She said, all black people don't tip, right? That's what her original caption was. Let me go back to it, right? Black people don't tip, but she's actually just talking about black women, which goes back to my earlier point about young black women being the most protected. She's even protecting them by making this blanket statement about all black people not tipping. And when did she even mention tipping in the video? She didn't at all. She was just talking about how these young black women were disrespectful and expecting something like they had never sat down in a restaurant to eat before. But that kind of goes back to this new generation having absolutely no home training. I ain't never heard of nobody thinking that they can walk into a restaurant, order a drink, even if it does come with free refills, and feel like you can share those refills with the other people at the table. It ain't never like that. It ain't never been like that. And like she mentioned, you get people that's like, oh, we not ready, call me when you're ready. No, that ain't the way it works. But here's the thing, y'all. We got another video I want to share with you because she got a lot of backlash because of this video, mainly because of that statement on your screen right now about black people not tipping. People felt some type of way, and she had some words to share with them, y'all. Let's check it out.
Yesterday I made a video and I captioned it, "Black folks don't tip," and y'all really try to get in my ass about that. So now we're going to do a part 2. Now, if you would have actually watched the video yesterday, instead of just reading the caption up top and seeing it said black folks don't tip, you would have noticed that I never said not one time in that video anything about tipping. Nothing about tipping. Because that wasn't even the issue. I don't worry about tips that much because I know at the end of the day, I do a good job and I'm going to get my money eventually. I just knew that was going to catch y'all attention. And you can tell in the comments because there's people jumping in there trying to come at me talking about, well, you black, so you talk about yourself. Oh, I always tip every time I go out. Yeah, okay. I wasn't even really talking about tipping. If you actually watched the video, I was talking about the etiquette that a lot of people will give. And apparently, it's a thing. It'd be a lot of younger black women, unfortunately, that'll come in and be like, yeah, I get a cheeseburger. I don't like that. I can make a list of things. And a lot of people will agree with it. Or it'd be the older women that want to run you. I literally had a woman tell me, oh, you're cute. I'm going to have fun running you. And I said, thank you. But no, you're not. Because what the is that? So if you would have actually watched the video, then you would have seen, and I'm doing my hair right now. If you would have watched the video, you would have seen that I wasn't talking about tips. I wasn't talking about money. Even though a lot of times it'd be a big thing. Well, people were in there talking about, well, my biggest tips come from black folks. Okay, that's great. All I'm saying is that as a community, as a black community, I think we need to give our youth an etiquette class on how to treat people at restaurants and how to treat people in customer service. Because a lot of the times we have really bad stories about, unfortunately, one of my cousins just acting crazy. And then you wonder why you have bad service. Because you don't follow the standard that the servers and the bartenders are trained to do. You don't want to follow that. You want to do your own thing. And then you get mad when shit's array. Whose fault is that? That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, that was a bait and hook. It worked. But I want y'all to take the information of what I said and not just read the caption and try to go off on me. Because out of here. I got 20 years in the game.
Yo, she a real one. And that was well played. Like I said, even before we watched this clip, like she didn't mention anything about tipping. And I see that she was using it almost as like clickbait, getting people's attention, grabbing them in. And she proved a vital point that I've been saying over and over, which is people do not read. In today's day and age, they don't read. They're not going to watch a video to the end. Even this video I'm doing right now, the majority of people are not even making it to this point. They probably clicked off after the first minute or less because that is the attention span of most people. They will hear one or two statements that you make at the very beginning. They're not going to hear out your whole argument, and they're going to get in the comment sections like warriors and start talking about why you wrong and how they are the right experts and they know the right way. But nah, what this young lady is saying is so true. Like there definitely needs to be some type of etiquette class that's taught. And I got to go back to my main point. Like the culprit isn't even black people as a whole. She didn't even mention men at all. It was what? Young women and even older women that are trying her. And I feel like that's one of the biggest issues that we see in today's society is that even though women can, like this woman, have these experiences with other women, they don't call them out directly, especially if they are black women. And that's not the way it should be. But that goes back to the point I made about them being the most protected. So there's no strikes against y'all when y'all won't even call each other's behavior out directly. You had to use a caption that talked about all black people to get people's attention. And if that's the plan, just to grab people's attention, then mission accomplished. But like you notice, people are going to be spewing their comments and their thoughts because they never are going to listen to your argument from beginning to end. But I agree with her. I think that there's a dichotomy going on amongst young black people where they feel like they don't have to act with any type of etiquette or sense of decency in public. And it is an absolute travesty and it needs to be corrected. And that's the reason why we see such prevalent ninja behavior in our society today. But that's my thoughts. Would love to hear your thoughts. If you want to share them in the comments, feel free to do so. Until next time, I'm Jay. Stay blessed.